FM. It's me, Ishmail Saidu Kanu. Today inside the program, we want to look at how each football impact with football in Sierra Leone and even Africa. And we want to bring them to a case in point. We just have known that the economy to side the league disqualified the under 17 Sierra Leone team and two other countries. And later, when the states Sierra Leone and one of the other countries there. The other country on the state and the high number of players past the age, so they're not be continuing with economy. We'll talk about that inside the program. And also we will talk about the English Premier League as we almost say games in the last time. We're playing lunchtime and we'll have for discuss them as well how they pan out and other games we will play. Man United and Chelsea get to play as well. We'll be in the back to inside the program. Well, this and more going to inside the program plus Rodri can become the Ballon d'Or winner. And controversial one and the side people on the argue to Vinicius Junior for the winner we make the top boycott after all the see Vini when they become the world best player from the Ballon d'Or. This and more we will discuss inside the program after the program. Welcome back to Sports Center on True Talk Radio 98.5 FM. Well, if you can be part of the program, send me a message on our Facebook page, True Talk FM, and send me comments in the comment section. We will read them inside the program this afternoon. As I tell you today, we want to talk about how past age of players then we life at the age, how it affects the football and country and even Africa. Because it's the only telling a problem now see happen in Africa and even other parts of the world. You know, East Africa, East Africa of course, we're going in South America. That's why we just players them they come up from Argentina, Brazil, and other countries. You see themselves to get rich world issue. Well, it's not new practice. I mean, compared to Tina Studio at the Shilon Mansell, we are sport journalists and we didn't know
Good afternoon, Saidu, and good afternoon to listeners and viewers to the Betty.
so how do you think it?
Well, with the watch on, despite a long course, just stay in the afternoon lunchtime and take it for the week. There are so many occasional activities for this weekend. We'll see how it goes.
I see you cheers and
No, I'll not be the second people. I just have and decide for 6 activity.
yes, I did see on the sales staff, the first program, and the as well. So let me talk about this particular thing. Of course, now age old thing we don't happen. Beside you see this player, you see na 17 years, we watch him physically, you watch the pace, you do not see this into 17 years, maybe they didn't into something, or even 30 something, because Sierra Leoneans, of course, we always see people. At times, of course, also the physical appearance of the person, not also we say the old, but of course, past that age. But of course, we don't really see sincerity at age. This is like a big problem. Will be for that, just say same thing. They will be 26, 28, 10, or almost, yeah, you understand, right? So, what do you say? I believe you make a sense that players are really like English.
Well, for me, I feel say one of the systems that made such happen, or at least happen, because of system and structure in Africa. And looking at Sierra Leone, take your mind back to the school system. The school system now they all begin we were enrolled for 6 West Africa examination. They forget their date of birth, they forget their NIN number. That means they forget their age right, even when they apply for get to the University of Sierra Leone or the university or any institution. If you don't get your NIN, if you don't get your date of birth correct, you don't receive over the years, for that thing happen, that things were very difficult. So looking at the EO for the university system, speaking the one today, get a date of birth correct, they don't put that intact, they don't put that in a system where you not get, you know mean say, you not get for be, you not get for be, you not get for get that go to and fro, back and front. For see how best they keep say, this man has 17, other people will say no, this guy body, the appearance way is the age way they say so for 17, no, he passed 17, that's 45 years old. So them don't put that system and structure in place. But when it comes to Africa, we don't differ, we don't different. For CC best in terms of the Sierra Leone Football Association, for see how best they can get them players then date of birth right, or even the players themselves for them get them date of birth right now with country or now with nation. It very difficult road they see as a nation. So looking at Europe, they don't put them standards then in place for CC how best then can get it right. So very difficult things for me. We just need to get system and structure.
Alright, so we don't see this particular issue of this weapon as a concern to say Sierra Leone, Guinea, and Guinea-Bissau disqualify the country also because of the see players and after the MRI test they do they found out say players then so that 4 from Sierra Leone and the other countries when they get the higher number of players then they see they pass the age of 17. But later when they do another one we can see they don't instate Sierra Leone, Guinea-Bissau and Guinea and all the instate because then the higher number they pass the number number we forget we at least in the soccer threshold when you see una so that situation first of all how you view for the application of Sierra Leone first of all when I say the players are actually the age problem
for me it was bad for the institution and also for Sierra Leone as a country we love. First of all, just like I've said on the legs, we lack system and structure in Africa, need to Sierra Leone no more. Because if we don't get system and structure at this place, we will say age business for logo to and fro, and then our business will go left long since. And looking at the disqualification from them players and from Wafu, bringing and say this player, the age they need under 17, they need under 17 players them, and they after but before that self they go represent before they go represent the country, then they do MRI scan test. And this MRI scan test, they for not do another country, and then players they say they're eligible before ever them players they make list. Before ever them players they make list now the team. So after they go to make a cut now the team. After that we then travel again. Wafu therefore do a scan test again. For see how best they can check up for the results where they give them the scan results of all them players they have we don't make them. Now the list we don't make the squad of the team for that particular country day, if they match up to the database, if to the age where they say these players then now under 17 players then. So I believe say just like how the ministry of education they try for do for CC, how best they can get every child in birth right or in date of birth correct. The Sierra Leone Football Association said for try for get that correct because even if you are applying now at the University of Sierra Leone, you need to get your date of birth correct. Even so, you need to get your ID card, you need to get your date of birth, you need to get your NIN number, where they show you say yes, this man here, Saidu Kanu come out from so side, a born so 1985, and a so, all everything they tell you. So that's me say, we know go get no means or agenda for CRBS to cheat or lie per age. So for me it was bad on the part of SLFA and we as a country. I just try for say waiting they happen, they not happen, they let them put street measures because like I don't
exonerate SLFA.
Yes, then they exonerate them, but at least follow put things them in place because them players them the way they can, at least we need to get them back and the date of birth, any player they can because just this the Kabuti player, they say Momo Camara old 10 year, you believe I say not 10 year, waiting they prove from the day we born in birth certificates they prove despite again in Africa it's very difficult. You go see player old 15 years again, if you go see back, then go back late in age, which is very, very bad. So I think all of them things and they also need for see how best they can put things in place Then can you create things and not they happen?
Alright, Alam Campbell, good afternoon, welcome to school.
Yeah, good afternoon, Ishmael.
Yes, so we dey talk about how this age the players dem dey use. Maybe if you under 17, you see 16, yeah, we maybe 20 or 21, and then they don't dey affect football one way or the other. First of all, wetin na you view wey counter age business inside football?
Me as somebody I always be critical to people using the wrong age, over age, because it tells on their game. When they have the opportunity to go out there, if somebody, for example, in natural age, na 27, and they push for be 20, by the time they reach in the 30s, in football, by the time they reach 25, they don't tire. So that is where the question comes. This is not new. I could remember some years back when need that Ilam team went to World Cup. It was right up there in game. Get a very good tournament. Everton ban. For play after some time. So you see, actually they are affected. But then again, this country, I think it is good. I appreciate Sapa Abdullah so much. The policies that we this guy for come with. Some of you don't talk. They say how long again. Where do you expect? How do you expect to get talent when we not get effective school sports system competitions ongoing? You take the beginning, they can wait inside first five in class. Of all the class them, at least one school will get representative. Then easily you're able to know who that they misbehave if they misbehave. The essence about school league or school competitions, like for tap into talents then when at then they be, they are the feeders, they are the producers of players that we go to play for us from junior level. And with that said, in our other way than for make you understand and picking them focus on education business. So I think that's a very, very bad thing. But people that don't begin get the sense, a good way CAF don't begin out implementation them where you go make people empower whether you like it or not. You get for play with players them with the correct age.
Yeah.
I think say than themselves in a long run go even for help for with football, with national team, it go good for us.
Alright, so basically, as you mentioned, this premature, of course, that will be a reputation of the country. But how far we don't left the end? Because other countries don't move on when it comes to this football, the various stages where players will go. You will see this player, of course, a very young player, you don't know that looking at you will see this, they are in rightful age and they play very well. Before you look up, you go don't go under 20, under 21, 23, then you graduate to go to the national level. Or even if you go to the national level, you will still be playing at a youth system in the year. Why is Sierra Leone so slow in acting in
I think we lost the culture of integrity over the years. Now that affects you. When I was a small boy, when I mixed a lady at the feeding stage, then teams then all the Blackpool, the Lions, then began feeder teams, and I could remember me and Dr. Walwin Metzger, now one of the renowned players, they all played Kamadunga in 10 years. They go grammar school, they play for the Stars, and then pick up where they play school league. And I think one thing we will need for do that one should be pushed, no matter how they go about for make it be implemented. Make them ensure say all division teams, then they get different categories of age categories, football clubs. So say when that happen, we're able to get players them they play at the right age. Don't say for example now school league now periodical something at one time no more they play. After that, all team done, they're not go there in competitive spirit. But if you don't make all clubs compulsory for all clubs, forget football teams. When school league they play, then they go watch. Then go get players them from their school league, then they will go to play in the junior category then. And the school league, me one let them differentiate them. They're not for only generalize them, say school league. There are some schools where GSS no more than gets. And even the schools that we get both GSS and NSS, law encourage them to get a GSS team and SSS team. So say the GSS level can serve as an under 14 and under 13. In fact, we sport policy we try for implementing now grammar school. Of course, say grammar school and Regent Olympic link and the school team. Now that we do. And even when we try for scout the players then, we make sure say GSS get their own competition. And the players that will play the GSS competition are therefore going to be under 14 team. Because naturally the age level, say now between the age of 11 10, 11, 12, then go the JSS. So SS now, then go they between 15, 16, 17. Now then they serve as the under 17 team. So straight away, the player that we do perform well, go just move from the school team under 17, go now the main team. And going forward, we'll also look at the possibility of us having an under 20 team, because naturally all players get different the progress, the rates, all man get different ways. Some man will progress fast, you know, say they will not progress fast. Some man can catch up late, and we catch up, you understand. So you get for create avenue for them, for making themselves showcase their career, for making them develop their skills. So also they think about that, and also before doing about that, we think about that might also have some challenges. So it is also, you go to a country like South Africa, the college teams them, college then get teams there where they play in the division league. So it will also be good if the university sports department in the university. Also, there's nothing bad about Ruby College having a team playing in Division 1 or Division 2 or Jala. So I think these two should be thinking along that line. I want to believe, say, team like Cambridge United in England probably now through that kind of way they form them. So we should be thinking along that line.
Alright, before I can continue with Alan and Ade, I just want to say Arsenal, they play Newcastle. The game just started, just being really team news for both teams, and hopefully I'll go for Newcastle and then Bon, Hall and Livramento we did at the defense, and for the midfield and then Longstaff, Bruno Guimaraes, and also Rio. For the attack they get Godin, Issa and Jolinti. For Arsenal they get Nago Raya, they get Saliba, Timber and Partey. Partey now number 2. Okay? And we get at the midfield, we get Merino, who scored at the last game against Liverpool, and we get Declan Rice, we get Saka and Martinelli, and we get at the top Havertz and Trossard. So Arteta will play 4-4-2. Then of course Newcastle play 4-3-3. So we will do now update how the game will pan out this afternoon. So Arsenal will play Newcastle inside St. James's Park. We will bring them another of the fixtures then as we go along. Now, Alan, we still talk on this topic. The youth system we mentioned, now various structures in you don't talk about. So, but the school league where they play, they just they play for school league sake. Then of course government will come on to the so how they for try to bring all things under one umbrella, because you get the school league way under Ministry of Education, the other one way under SLFA, other one way under MSc, Ministry of Sports. So all things scatter. What thing they will do for being all things streamline now, so that you get one structure we know say where this happen from year to year.
I think say Safa get a very big role for me. As you rightly see, if all Monday and your corner is doing it, you understand it. You know who gets that kind of effect we forget, you know, at national level. So what they need to do is to, first of all, like I said earlier, make sure say all make them a policy. All teams where they play division forget junior teams there. And then we know see naturally you get some you go to countries like England, you get teams them, you get academies them we not the we not get big clubs with them attached with, they are just academies. So the regional football district, you know, Slapper get for work with them. Let Uda get premier team or not get premier team academy no more you want concentrate pan. Let them get a system where everybody is registered. When everybody is registered, you get a league for them where they run annually. You know the year along. So if you get a system, you don't get a fixture for them for one whole year. All man know it's in Edipan. Lord, see if this from September to December in a school, it gives teams the opportunity to go and scout their players. And then from January now, right on to September, it can be see we get a national program for national league. So you play on regional level, like how then they play for Camp Premier League. You know, then because that consistency you get for the play you. So you know make them like a knockout business. It gets a full league where all man they play in company. Then probably the best four from all the region. You know, you get one league now. That's anything now you can get a location where they will go play the, you know, the national, you know, the camp play national, that kind of thing they need for you.
I think that's a good idea because if we just get everybody where they do new, it not gonna make sense. At the end of the day, the aim and the objective for we football not gonna make sense. But if we don't get one body where they don't streamline and we say now the Silent Football Association, now therefore they do that, it's okay because looking at Salam, they say the England football, they don't say every teams where they play, they get them the youth teams them for the Manchester United, they get under 17 or they get under 15. Which we don't like another system and structure. Every things them now they put in place. You understand? If we don't get a calendar, one of the things then when we can say we are the crown at SLFA, for God's sake, how many years or how many months will they partake in another calendar for reality in this country? I must say I go sit down forget a calendar. So if you say if FC cannot be played today, you can see at Manchester United, if Manchester will they play so tomorrow, they see the other 15, if they play by 9 o'clock, the under 17 they play 12 o'clock, they see they keep everybody engaged, busy. They see say nobody may get a kind of time then and because of no get structure, no get calendar, and they could they see all kind of mini leagues, you understand, all over the country. But if we don't get the leagues them, we can't see mini leagues them, they see mini leagues in other parts of the world. Maybe it's an African no because you know that consistency.
But maybe they will give other kind.
That kind of thing is a branding, yes. Where they need for game. But we not get them. But if we don't get a kind of thing, the way they play these structures, and then football and they we go to the school, tap on the talents, then you go see. But right now they go down set, even for the team go get in money in trouble. So you go still say that but say football can play football, take a career, it will discourage them. So it's that time the Israeli Football Association try need for work. They're not the try, but they need for try. Me not can recommend it because we get a lot of things to do. The school league has in London. How many years we POB win? When they beat Amadia, they win the trophy. How many? But them they not the other 15. How many players for the way they win the school league? They not the other 15. The under 17. How many of them? They go begin to ask the question. So what's the answer? So what's the importance of this school league?
Right. So how sincere the clubs themselves be? Because if the clubs themselves get a new structure,
yeah.
As we already mentioned, of course, the SLFA gets a big role to play, and make sure say the clubs then get a structure, get a youth system, and all those things. But you will see this year, when you do different age and the life cabinet, for example, the other year you see maybe different year of all of it. I don't know, in those itself they don't get this issue.
Yeah.
Wait for we go out for trial. I don't know if two passports, two different passports.
Yeah.
So we the agents they say at this age, the club under they say at this age they all get different passports. And then they even indirect. But you know before go down maybe for go get in trial. So how sincere the clubs themselves people make sure say they use the right age or then they bring the player age again to make sure say able for good progress. Then as Alan say, time become personally again.
Well, that's why I say we lack system because if we don't get a database of every player where we register, this people notice say SLFA they get this system where they carry to they register every player right now transfer we do the lock for any player we use now. Yes. Therefore it's fast transfer we do that FIFA support. Yes. So that's me which is very good. So just like that again for BC for every club system where they play now the Premier League reality should be registered and date of birth of come out from in height everything. So we know say if you don't register and this if it transfer from Go Rangers you go to East Lions, you not go with 20 self again, you not go with different age. You know go with different nights. You don't if the team if Sarah Lee want go for play for the home base, you know go with different age, you know go make different passports because we don't get the system. You don't they obviously. And coming back to your question, say the teams them well football this country I want to say we poor because SLFA don't put all them from that Bamo declaration, they don't put and say everything like law they then the things they know then they again. But again how the laws them where they don't put how best that they implement them. All these things them black would be that if they get them team them under 15, under 17, it takes a lot of cash. And I don't believe say the teams them they get the kind of money they get now. So it's very difficult at this part of the country. It just wait till me go say you will not get the money because football na money, you will not get time. I believe say you not forget club. Because when you run all in operations in the you need to get academy, you need to get field, you need to get you secretariat, you need a lot of things for all that.
And the other thing, Landy, because I don't think say we get requirements there for me to meet, for me to Premier League club. Maybe something I get few, but because the last time we suffer break and I plenty get bank accounts, I plenty get email address. some man the officer na one room, they go fence on side, you understand eh? So all them things in the office say all and they say a big problem for the club then and the football.
Okay, I get few points there. Wow, that na major problem that one day, and it look like say waiting and bug everything, you know, even by the country plan itself. Now with people them within a position, not umbrella, because it is a policy that every community forget recreational facilities, forget this, forget markets, forget this. But the money and the lands are in the chopper. People themselves are the community not in the chopper. So now we self now we the hamburger, and it don't make things difficult. Just look now, for example, Edwards, like in Tom, can get them feeling for them team. It's a school property. Katie feel like them at school get them. Like the only facility that the way we allow people them to go. If we get it to this, you know, why use them rightly? We know why encourage all man. People then become staff. I think only more it's on get that facility about you will name them in a few places. So how we able to implement that kind of thing then. And team no come out, you get free land now, something from Waterloo to my 91. You know come out, you know how much it will cost for make you the go through and through. Another thing what I think see I think see na proper planning like the clubs they are not get. Me don't see them. I don't look at the mechanism how we can be able to implement junior teams. I feel I mean I share with my second division team. First division now, Free City. And I look at the money they spend for them. Remember where they play the league them this that. The money where they want, they're not small, and the amount of money they spend is so boku that you know they see no aid no tail, because at the end of the day we go the referee then get their own frustration with the league for after all what you don't spend. So I tell me man, I said this it not make sense for all they spend so pandewa aso. Let we find Bobo the other school. We take the Bukis community, identify the primary schools and the secondary schools there. We organize competition, we pick players there. I'll tell you say naturally, them Bobo then the cheaper for spend pan. If you don't identify Bobo, I go tell him parents and say, this will be responsible, will help and buy school business, buy bag, buy books. If not private school, they go help and party. It's much more easier. Because when you go to England, if you look at them, they tell them, I get a friend of mine, a Kamano, in picking the play for Manchester United. Now when he signed his first professional contract, now you got and guess the money we go to get for week, you know, which almost 1,000 because now Bobo I the go, now so they get and so it's easier for spend and then Bobo then now you get for be logical. And by the same time they say this man gets 3 Bobo na academy or something. Law assume say Lions and Blackpool and then are the big player, big team then are the country. Then get interest. You might be able to sell some of those players 16-20 million. So this is how we should be thinking. That no, what I say no, this is not loss you get Boku spending. You get for be logical in your approach. Sometimes that team the what you go spend for pay 3 big players within at the senior team. Sometimes you use them for that one old team they want earlier. Because now Bobo then they not need just buy them and then they play the game for fun. Then they give them whole pass because they don't know it's in they're not nothing money is. They're not exposed to money. So we should be thinking along that. You know impossible. Another thing is that you know we take long for make we understand what's in the realities. I think say teams they know they realize much money from the game. Now it make you understand and everybody who understand the importance for use the player when at right age. Because if like England now, Manchester they pay player $10,000, almost £1,000. And then they go sign you know so you don't 36. They go sign you for 23 because if you don't sign you 4 years contract, they want durability. So now instead if they cheat, now make them know they cheat. Now make if you go to the Arab countries, the Egypt, the Morocco, the Tunisia, the Algeria, and then you know Southern African countries where they pour money pan and game. The South Africa, then get system, they don't get them from school level take out. So they know they cheat themselves that age wise. And they know they rush for go out of South Africa because until waiting they pay in South Africa. In countries like Sweden, when are the most of the players and they go Norway, then they pay their pass that. If player they left South Africa now, they go to now better league, probably in the top 5 league that you not to any kind. And we now also they attract scouts all the like agents that mostly like go at the Scandinavian way you understand to me as exactly. So we really get for Sidon and then the thoughts, the idea of the people, the perception. Now who they talk to some man they na administrator and some of them things, we say them man are bad from Benito.
Exactly.
So I think we need for the get, if we can get a kind of national workshop for all football club administrators, and then also we don't get that workshop now that you're NCRE the work. They have to get national ID card.
Yeah.
If you not get national ID card, and not go to, before they sign new contract, then we expect the NCRE the system correct. So this information, this plan they carry, people can sign them not correct. So I think we get for big work with the authorities them the.
Alright, thank you very much, Alan Campbell. Don't forget to visit the Sports Center or on Two Talk Radio 98.5 FM. Ishmael Saidu Kanu. I get Alan Campbell, when a sports analyst, and Joseph Adishiwa Mansari, when a sports analyst. Of course, Alexander Isak don't score in the 16th minute, in the 14th minute, and Newcastle won Arsenal 0, and the game still go on. How the game turn out to be the live updates now. Sports Center. Well, that would just take
This is for the
this
smile with the important. I don't know what's happening.
no, that's it. Alright, we'll come after this break. We can discuss about the Ballon d'Or, the topical issue for the past days on social media and other platforms. And also we'll talk about the Premier League briefly. Manchester and Chelsea said they will play with one for me for City to how that game is against. So we'll go for this break and we'll come back. Welcome back to Sports Center on Two Talk Radio 98.5 FM, and our Facebook page Two Talk FM. Ishmael Saidu Kanu. Now the studios I get Alan Campbell, of course Alan MJ Campbell. You know if you that in anyway. And sports analyst, and I also get Adishiwa Mansari and Insef sport journalist and writer. So we don't discuss lengthily about how it for the affects, of course, with football outside in Africa. Now let me turn to the Ballon d'Or. Of course, we can see a couple of days ago, the France football will give the award to Rodrigo of Man City and Spain. Well, Real Madrid been boycott, we don't know, alias Vinicius Junior, where the talisman of winning this particular award. So the chaos being on social media. And at the end of the day, you see other awards can be given to other people, including the Mati, winning for the Women's Player of the Year for the second time. And of course, Barca are winning 14 now in a row. And we almost say Alexander Putellas be winning twice before we can see Mati second winner twice. So all must be made for months. Would be safe for winning for the first time now. Well, we'll see. Anyways, so Alan, what do you make of this? Do you say would we deserve for winner or Vinicius was the better person?
The criticism on this Ballon d'Or award is not a new one. I could remember some years back, Wesley Schneider. Argentina not been do much. Wesley Schneider. Yes, Wesley Schneider. Club level, the sweep out in Inter Milan, and Holland did do very well at the World Cup, even though they not Milan. It was deprived, and it was another year. It was Ronaldo. The most recent one with Messi in do nothing. That PSG never do nothing because some man can take and say, "Oh, now we club win," and never for do nothing. So, it's like they're giving it to who they feel like giving, and the bad thing is that people then they focus on Ballon d'Or, get the clouds, more past, I mean, the FIFA World Best. So I think say FIFA need to do something, they understand, they for change that perception. Then therefore give them you more with
because they don't match that,
they scatter. And the players themselves, it's like say they get more ambition for winning that Ballon d'Or pass. But you know say football followers we are divided. When Ronaldo be the cry, then tell them the people they say, oh now Ronaldo fans them. But now I think he eats Madrid, Madrid, it all hits the world of football, and the club make a statement officially. So probably I think he go make it. Then you think, but it might be too late. So we look the performance of Vinicius compared to well, if not you had sticking them wise, what about Carvajal? So it is not about waiting you win individual performance, the individual award. So therefore don't look say Vinicius been very outstanding, on some many of the matches them he single-handedly dragged Madrid to victory. Without Rodrigo, Man City can play. Without Rodrigo, Man City can play, they can play very well. But without Vinicius, Madrid, that vacuum they tell. They get big players them who bet the Bellingham and all that Mbappe all by then. Before Mbappe then they come. In absence will tell on the team. So I wonder how fair is it? Or they can don't get to that they want, they just say no more, they make the hypocrisy, say we'll not go put no more. And it's like say to some extent this thing is being controlled by the Spanish people. It's like they get so much favor where it can't and sometimes they don't look and say Spanish player not ever win them, or you don't tell me they win them over almost here. So and this also gets out that the national team did well, but he very unfair.
Rodrigo, if you know you're a national team, win the Euro, the nations know you for go further with him in the Brazil and Copa America. You don't believe so and they also can?
The year we just win a winner. He play most of the game na PSG na quarter final. PSG come out Champions League. Then he come out he come the September, can join AC Milan, then he win inside within that period. So it just felt like how Ronaldo, I think be able to Ronaldo playing at Manchester, go win at Man. One of the 10 that we win. One day we win at Manchester, the other one they go win at Man. So may not think see it is an individual award, not a team award. So may not feel see that one they forget. Remember the same way Michael Owen win Ballon d'Or. Where was Liverpool? Liverpool not to be that they the struggle at the league. I think them go win Europa, they win one in Europe. But there were teams who they do well past and but the individual brilliance, individual performance, and they look past some. And I think that is how it should be.
Well, for me, despite it's difficult, but for me, I go one take over Vinicius over the while they do well. I can tell you, for me, if they begin winning, okay. But if they really go, I can tell you, it's also
a bad choice.
Well, for me, no, because looking at just like Alan was saying, not only individual performance or club performance, but watch the individual performance from both players.
He was so consistent
for the past 4 seasons, looking at where Vinicius be there out, Real Madrid they play, they win matches, similar to what we were there out, Man City they play up to now they get a winning. But for me, looking at both players, for me I can tell you say over the 4 years now, they don't be exceptional, they don't give waiting them. It takes, it depends the criteria way Ballon d'Or they look at.
I see one of the other criteria the way they look at, they see personal behavior, so individual behavior and speech.
Well, I think they will create another award for that for
inside the award and they give you a place. So if you are playing
that's what I'm saying. But to be realistic, for me, both players deserve them. So when you go for where they get, for me, I would say it's fair enough. We're not going to say he not deserve them because looking at his contribution at club level and also looking at him in club level and international for a country, he did extremely well. And looking at the performance, he waited they cover at the field, looking at the play defensive midfield, run on the attack, the kind of pace, and looking at the Vinicius. When they compare the kind of player, then despite they are not the same player, we go to say they compare Vinicius, they come up from the The win they won.
in a
In the
attacking
case-
player.
in the case-
I think waiting before
And
like.
we want to get the cover
I
more
mean, for
space.
like a situation
We want to
where
get-
we
We want to get the cover more
probably
space.
in England when you or see how they should have placed to Bellingham.
Actually, you Bellingham for
Vinicius,
don't be.
They will select Vinicius over
I'm
Bellingham.
not sure. I'm not sure because
If-
Bellingham
I
in
would have
terms of
loved that
performance, myself as if Bellingham performed very well last season, scoring goals and also in fact not only scoring goals,
Even
he-
best player. in
best
the league.
player, and of course we see he dey win vital games there. You see some games
And-
Real Madrid don't make it, they score that they must
That's
score
cool.
one goal,
But looking
for
at
them
it
win.
in contribution, Vinicius and Bellingham, I can tell you, Sibi go pick Vinicius over Bellingham any day you wake me up. I can tell you that day. In
So if-
performance,
if-
in contribution,
if-
in your contribution.
So
I can tell
if no say Arsenal they say England for win.
if it'll be an easy win, we'll not forget this discussion who they get
So
right
Bellingham
now.
for don't be the.
No, Vinicius for don't be.
You sure?
Yes.
No.
We're not forget to get this
Where
conversation.
what he win you? Vinicius not able for win Copa America.
Yeah.
Then this man can win.
Because looking at the performance, the best way they cover, compare the two teams then. Bellingham, what do you go, they cover more space than Vinicius. And check Bellingham here and Vinicius.
check the statistics back.
Say,
In terms of goals, in terms of contribution.
in terms of goal, Vinny they score past Bellingham. Then I can tell you play. You know that they say Vinicius they score past Bellingham.
Well, the points
For
are
begin
that-
check 4 seasons in stats, Bellingham and Vinicius.
No,
Not
we talk
checking
about last
goals.
season.
For last season.
Last season.
For last season.
Man, you talk about goals, no, so, last season.
and
this-
contribution.
in
And he
contribution.
win player of the year.
Check Vinicius in stats now for
And
Real Madrid.
Vinicius na points player, while he's Bellingham dey play na the back.
Yes, because of the beginning racism business where they show how to long and that. If not to that, they see say, "Mama, where they contribute."
Oh,
to the
let's
performance."
talk about Real Madrid their absence. You say na the right decision for let them not go na the event.
Ishmael, if somebody slap you, if you get away for react to maybe for say film, react for like film because not all man get remorse. You know, come back say sorry, and if you say sorry, yourself, you don't too late. Me, I think see, then they go send a strong message to them. For me, as far as me concerned, me of course we know me not so Madrid fan, so I think that the right decision because this team don't become
But
alarming.
not to them not to them for select Suda for win. They are not the one running the show. They should not be saying, now Vinicius for winning or Bellingham. They have no right to do that. So for me, I'm not condone them kind of thing and they say for them no go. They not get the right or the power. They don't give Cristiano Ronaldo and other players in Real Madrid.
They're not
When they
gear.
win.
You sure say I give them a gear?
Well, Lois, there are other players than Real Madrid, not the winner. They're not the winner. So if other teams then they say that they boycott, then
I think in those days,
enough.
then they be we get some. It be fair for me. Then this
So,
then they
okay,
compare
so
to now.
that's what I'm
Because,
saying.
yeah.
Remember, this not to the first time this issue they come up.
But Madrid
It
players,
don't
they
come.
don't get and they
It
don't
don't happen over the years. We dey see. I mean, waiting Messi play in America.
So
Which America, waiting they play in
So we point
America.
at the time when Ronaldo be the winner, the Ballon d'Or. Other teams, them other players themselves be they found out and say, they're not for game.
Them man them, this season.
So other players, other teams they not go.
We don't get same way we get COVID. COVID. Lewandowski for winner, then cancel am.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, them guys, the way they behave. I mean,
Get
me,
plenty
you know,
politics.
it's then yeah, you get Italian, you get politics. You get political on that too.
Alright, let we talk quickly about the new Manchester manager. Being a Manchester man, I being a Manchester man, and I feel say Amorim na the right choice at this moment. Or if you don't be good pan style at the time, then they say you can.
Me personally, I think they will be good Manchester all the time. Manchester, we think look like some kind of confused club. I don't want George Amorim. It's too early for that George now because I might judge him wrong. Now the same will be George Tanagi. He gets very beautiful statistics there. But this man is coming from the Portuguese league, and anyway, look, Portuguese league is a good league, but compared to the English Premier League, it's a different league. We just hope that he come and perform well because Ishmael will suffer for too long. You know the trouble working too, especially in a group like football forum. So we just wish he come and can able to handle the team well. But the good thing is that Wood Van Nistelrooy saying I work for United, regardless of the status, and he say he signed a contract, 2 or 3 years contract, he ain't ready for go by him. So we just hope and pray that they're able to work as a team. But I would have loved to see Wood Van Nistelrooy, being the head coach of the team.
We'll see him first name on this Leicester, 5-2. Amorim now say the counting my staff, and probably 4 or 5 coaches with the time. So they don't even know if Vanessa is receiving
That one, really confusing. Manchester, I dey watch Amorim statement because Amorim will answer the contract.
Yeah.
Why win the league? Wait now,
Exactly.
till the season.
Yeah.
But United say no, they say now. So I really don't know. I think Vanessa will be really actually
But
can't
until the
forget that
season
chance.
done, then
This will be the mistake we will make even during the term for Michael Carrick. Even though, I think that was Carrick's decision because in the team were here. But having seen the performance of the team, the few games we handled, we saw a different Manchester United like we saw United this week. So and when you get man we play for the team, the legend,
that passion,
the
that
boys can go and get.
yes.
I don't know what's happening with Solskjaer along the line. Instead make because encourage competition because me a coach, I know continuously they use one set of players and they put them again. And they give opportunity to younger boys. Alex Ferguson, I listened to one interview. He said when you give the boys from the academy the opportunity to play, he said they will kill themselves to satisfy you. Now Tanag, they give you the scouting bobody away from and the poor game would the poor game would and give them a chance for food. Now the same thing. Maguire not been the at that level the same way Solskjaer been there. But he continuously the game by then the day in a bench all the time. I think it's not good. And look how Tanag do. Just forgive about the opportunity.
Same things how they do. Now look at this this German as free. Look at the performance.
Don Ishmael, another thing we see where they happen. When you get a successful youth system, because United team at under 18, under 21 they do well. Why they're not able to get that smooth transition into they don't get much opportunities? Because I remember class of 92 they make noise for David Beckham them when they come to United about the 9 come from academy they always like and gigs they all. You see the kind of impact we make. It makes the job easier for the coach because we don't get that understanding from that junior level. Remember some of them boys go to that team they from age 7 years, they don't play for years. Then you go take players them we come up from somewhere else, then we come people can live up to expectation. We know say yes, they all not going for play one thing. But I mean if Bobo get the assurance you get 5 FA Cup games, now the league you go the kind inside one thing. I mean you they build them up by the time you marry the team not gel. I think that is what Pep they do. Now make if you look Man City Academy, then they produce more. You look the players the way they get where they come up from the academy. But we are not thinking so they
So they come up
yeah. So imagine how Manchester left Kambuala for good. I mean then you retain Evans. Does that make sense?
Well, for me, I just see waiting this new coach brings because looking at Manchester, we need a robust performance because we don't really get wrong over the season because in terms of full position of players them at the field and to the players themselves, you see they know they give it all. And some of the players just as Alan the highlights. You waited for the stats, look for the past games, and then continuously they use Rashford. We Rashford in the game. You can't compare Amad Diallo than Rashford right now this season. Yes, or Garnacho steadily they pick. Let's say first Rashford and Amad Diallo. For me, any morning you wake me, I go to start Amad Diallo ahead of Rashford because they know say right now in games they look at the second half whether they bring down in performance in the way they do. And looking at all inside in them way it can not make sense to me. Looking at Messi Mount, Malaysia, all of these players, Messi Mount, look, he don't go get injury back. Malaysia, all of them players,
that makes sense.
I'm telling you, then one of the things, then one Basaka, you left him for they go, then you signed the Mazwari for they can replace them back. And looking at the age limit, just like they talk, he gets the amount think that Bobo we don't begin to perform well for the performance at the pitch on and off, then we go to that. So I just do for better Manchester United because you don't say they suffer. Looking at tomorrow they travel go at Chelsea don't transform.
Old Trafford.
Yeah, Old Trafford part of me they don't transform. and looking at the score goals from where we Chelsea will not be the continent except they struggle, but from where they don't get the coach, they see they don't transform the score goals, then we follow get a win set now. The difficult with the will get for playing
So what's
Chelsea.
that feeling Alan and Adi? When Manchester be the play today, you should do you confidence in Manchester they beat Newcastle. And the scoreline no more I know we will beat.
Yeah.
Manchester will beat West Ham. Manchester will even when they will play Arsenal, they will either beat or draw. Chelsea they will either win or draw. If Manchester lost it, they will lost 4 matches till the season be done. And when we end up winning the league or at least win all that trophies. Manchester will be compete at the Champions League. Manchester they go up to semi-final, final, you know. And of course, since you know we go United no win cup, or even if they no win cup, then that satisfaction will they say yes, we did well, but unfortunately we never do something. When Solskjaer come, we dey go na the finals. And I don't know how many finals he play, 2 or 3 finals. They're not able for winning that. But the team be they play certain games. That team will go. Manchester go to a particular point they win. How many games? They make some records.
Yes.
We win some plenty games we can. I don't know, 9 or so games they win consecutively. But now, as fans, when they sit down, when they watch, you know they even make Manchester they win game. What na that feeling? It's that day we just sit down with confidence. Now for ladies to say interest for what Manchester they know they get.
Ishmael, me, that was a time you know, you definitely you become emotional. You have to one. It reach a point in time where you start like when they say this is the feel beat again. United they play, I know they feel then the interest for even watch the game at times, you know, like first they were curious. Aleku's appointment, you are make once and tell United properly. I mean, you know, we able to forget me. It make it die down. You know how they feel you see. How they feel more for the one the next season ticket holders there. I see the Snare family, then Indian people. You find out in incident all the time for the game. Them people are season ticket holders every game, then they watch Manchester United. You know, it really painful. And then when you look at the coach himself, the outgoing coach, one of the people that will make comments about now the fans them. They are every weekends so passionate, shouting, giving the club their best, but then at the end of the day, you know they see nothing happen. If you could remember, during Mourinho term, Mourinho said there was virus in the team, virus in the team, and we still, the people that play for the badge, we still get people them where they take, I should say them personals. There is nobody can convince me how and why it is possible. I'm all with that things.
Yeah. How comes?
How that's what happened? That's something I can ask me.
Yes.
The guys are they're not there after something.
Yeah.
We are humans. We can ask ourselves that kind of question. Some game the only way they lost it. I like say, but this
The plan work. Because you
so
see,
this coach got a very big work task of it because that mindset.
we dey miss the Vidic. We still get the Vidic them. We get the Ferdinand there. We get the Michael Carrick and the team.
I don't feel see. I think that Manchester didn't make that mistake. Even when Winnie said we talk about that, you see, the first one player we United left away, now therefore or pull that in the team. It's not Danny Welbeck. Now this Benzema I know said United will try for sign Danny Welbeck back.
He don't score 7 goals this season.
Yes, after last season. We not be able to manage the situation because there was a time in Italy when maybe it's crap frequency. Even when we go now, but you see we come bright now, you don't get some stability here. And he's not the only like the same kind of thing. McTominay say he's not the Javi type, but where they not the field. You see say it again all. So these are some of the questions. Why McTominay for good? Then you get players
the Napoli people they tell Manchester team say na good team before they for giving McTominay.
They say they see McTominay. I mean, they say they call it bad, but you take that aside. Don't forget about. Don't look at his performance last season. He scored pass all midfielders.
Vital games they say they can win. He scored 2.
Yeah. So probably now we know they use him in the right position. Because if you look where they play for Scotland, he's a defense McTominay. So why would they play for United? Probably he needs to play a more advanced role at some. Because watch him whenever he release ball, you don't reach inside the team. So it was more we be the look and say wait at some point because of the aggression, So he should be a kind of defensive midfielder. But when you look at how they play, that man na attack. And you check in history from where small academy, na me attacker. Na me attacker with small they come up.
And that's made on the inside.
Yeah.
Alright. And at the goalkeeper, the win player of the match. Waiting on the show, waiting on the show, for example, the baby the gear, did very well. Mana come in first season, everybody they criticize him. But winning player of the month, both Manchester and Premier League. Waiting on the show.
I think for me, they don't do well despite Manchester with defense not the protector because
The goalkeeper win.
yeah, now your defense not good. Look at Man.
No, that's not good.
No, your defense not good. Goalkeeper,
Yeah.
yes, now make a say so. Your defense not good. Your defense Manchester not the protector. Look Manchester City, that then goalkeeper what's his name? Ederson. Not to say powerfully. Almost goal they concede. In a concede plenty goal because you know say that in defense they protect her well. Look also come on Inter Milan. We can watch it performance they win the Champions League kind of Manchester United. We kind of Manchester United. They don't carry the goals when all the one they receive now in career. I don't take na Manchester United. So which is bad. And you know say not to spoil goalkeeper. I can see some save them. Is it I don't know which team will be play. Oh, what to two. You see the guy saves them way they make their rebound, way the guy flip the ball before we kick guy grab at it. See. So it's a good goalkeeper.
So why if you sitting out for left mid here? If you say the right decision make for bringing come a former player,
Well, I'm not sure. It depends to
or
the
maybe na the performance we Onana put up the Champions League for Inter Milan we make 7 clean sheets going to the final when they playing Man City.
yeah, and even not from that decision come only from even Manchester United they want David and they want Onana following come to Manchester United because he was one of the most decorated goalkeeper in the world and looking at the common win Champions League and looking at
So you go on and be a common as well.
we were runners up and looking at performance when continuing for in club as well. So it was one of the best then and then so Manchester they don't say where them be there and bring them.
Alan, that be the right decision I mean.
As far as me concerned, the main objective of a goalkeeper is to be a shot stopper. And comparatively though, the guy is a far better shot stopper than Onana. The coach young claims we make, he say wants goalkeeper with a big floating please. But how much impact? United not a team with a key possession. How much ball we don't score with build up come up from the defense. We will not get players that will get confidence. So for me, I think it not makes sense. Then not to that no more. The manner in which they treated the guy was very unfair. Now this player when I say when I forget and pick up, they accept. When I come back a second time see another pick up, he accepts back. Then when I make the man go already, nobody not talk to her. For me, this is what he should have done. David De Gea get a down performance at some games, in some games last season. So I will tell him that you are first choice goalkeeper. We are coming with another world class goalkeeper. But if your performance drop, so you create competition. You create competition. Because look at all the years that it's been there for us. There were times when we were very hopeless. Now then tend to be the good Champions League so. Will be the Tawasi consistent. Okay, manage can fourth or third. Now they be the gear and they be the men. So me I believe that thing they call karma, I believe I make even the gear said before you go one particular time they were saying it's not like United get some kind of course or spend. I could remember that. So I mean me nothing say not be the right decision. He waited for a whole season and he was just waiting. Now I think if you look as they sacked tonight. Now the first person we go on Twitter and like show happy, show joy about how he treated him. That guy for me and I want to call him. Those with hypocrite with man. That first man because he gave the guy all the confidence. Then at the end of the day, it's and that kind of it was very unfair. And the sad thing, I thought they wanted to surprise him as a wedding surprise. The day for a wedding, that didn't contract done. He married without joy. That's what we feel so. He go just suppress and no more. It go to a point in time, he left go watch United women's game. That season we not signed. Team they approach her. It make the guy become a laughing stock because people then begin to say, if it be good one, they say like team for non sign. And imagine is the goalkeeper. He win Golden Gloves this season. I mean, it's unfair. Somebody who just win Golden Gloves. Then you treat him like any kind
So
player.
what are the issue with Manchester United and legend? Tell me there's some issue with how they treat their own legend.
Well, I know one thing. I know one.
Because
generalize
Lingard said, Jesse Lingard come out and explain how they treat him. Ronaldo come out and explain how they treat him. You know, other players they don't come out. Even like the ditch, the way how I think say na be Van Gaal or so, you had them release the ditch, Evra, Brafel. Remember that season they release them and other players they leave how they left them go. So how Manchester it's like you how they treat the legend.
Well, I think say it gets to do with the personality when the coach. Because certain things then the way they happen, it won't happen, you know, under somebody we get experience. Even Mourinho self know how well he manage players. Then David Beckham Opagos in Selam. He knows enough for the right reasons. He not ever and he said that that's one of him big regrets because he think he don't be superstar, not for take Papa and control the game. Papa not for see. So and United not to that kind of club. We all see man management na key for any coach for be successful. So I think when you get coach we get too much ego, too much pride, I think they lost that one. There are times when you have to sit your player down and talk to him one on one, you know what is their problem, and then you try to see how it could be addressed. Na public, you get for no idea address issues na public. I think so that's the one area where we can admit they get issues with players then. They get them with they do it about you go look Ronaldo. Ronaldo said comments about that. Say he sit on a bench, you see Manchester City they humiliate Manchester United 6 goals. Who's them player then they will put who's one pan them gets that experience we go able for calm players then down. I mean it gets a lot of impact we go make way in the field. And then you look the man like say this man na your rival. You know the level of Manchester United na players them with high quality. Now that you expect for the you know, like Manchester United, you can't run Alex how Ajax did.
Exactly.
You try to get rid of all the stars there. I mean, Manchester, the Madrid, the Barcelona, the AC Milan, naturally by nature, then team them win a big stars. So if you work out, you know, the school coach, we think say, I mean, people are not for getting in pass. I think on the other side, then that is where you fail. Now I make at some point, Mourinho, even though things were difficult during the term, he bad team, he can second one term, he can go in, you know, not being in that top 4 for World Champions League was not his issue. His issue was to win the league. That you get when you get top player, but when you go get Bobo, then keep going inside. That man they lost. Not Inter will not piss me off, which the Europa. They both say, and go Porto in pick 1 point. And go Fenerbahce pick 1 point. Where other teams then they fly with 9-8 points.
Yes.
I mean, it's an insult to the club. Look at
the kind Manchester all the top.
Exactly.
Yeah. So Alan Alan don't mention some of the things there. But let me talk now about Amorim. I don't mention that earlier. You don't see they get that kind of support from the players there. Now you get some Portuguese and they get Bruno Fernandes, you get Galo Minister or last week. You get other players and you can say you get the players of support, especially the captain, you know, in continent.
You know, I believe say first thing as a head coach, when you come now for your best, you can get a meeting with all the players then, and after that you get a sit down meeting with the player then one by one for say this what you don't compare let you win, let you not fail. I think that first step on first after what you do at Manchester United. Second, see in training because looking at Tenang, the kind of training where they implement in Manchester United be very tedious for the players and they all did complain. So with the training and the first match, I don't know if he can for succeed or fail.
Okay, so it starts in work now. You know, it comes in back, start there. And Alan asked that if you say at least Woodman is not going to be at the end of the season.
Yeah, Woodman is correct. For me, I get a different perception of for me, and because why I say so, you can be the assistant from that coach day. Me, any coach where they go, actually go with them. Because for me, the assistant to be everything where they take decision, now both of now then to the maker. So he, well, for me, Vanessa, now we let Jen, yes, there is no problem with that, but me, I'm not to let that idea they just let them get on the job because he was the assistant. Yeah, and how many?
No, you see that man, that passion, we don't get,
waiting will be different when he was the assistant.
They will not be make the decision. Now they go stop.
I can tell you, we don't watch where John Key started picking where they talk where the technical team they get this selection. I mean, you carry play me at this, that everything. No, I just they tell you say we coach with the assistant.
Yeah, but the boss stop at the boss for make the final decision.
Yeah.
Like when in there as boss, it different from where they as assistant.
Now with man they compromise them.
But you don't say somebody there as boss and post there as assistant.
He can tell us.
He hold them.
Let me make you your assistant. Say now this one while would
yeah, but if you overrule them,
if you secure left with man, no they never.
One thing I want to say. Mr. Shilon, I want to go with Ishmael. There are times, you know, that the same with man and they say the boss is always right. There are times so you go pass on the idea. Let's see the coach who I don't like. Me, I see a different Manchester United in terms of changes from this last game. Those type of changes can not be the one. You see, say a change for the opportunity, a change for make way for maintain the result. Can like the change way yourself way. I mean, you know, go football university or college.
Yeah, you know, so to the right change.
So you actually decide, and that's what happened back for Michael Carrick.
Yes.
The Michael Carrick justify waiting make a sub Ronaldo, but the first game way is sub him. Not the second game we play. The first game he use him. And you see, tangent reasons we make he do that. So now so many things. Me just think say we all took it. There are times where you agree for disagree. I should say that's where they happen at that level.
Now we can't wrap up the program, but let me quickly bring on our updates. At time now the game between Newcastle and Arsenal still 1-0. Alexander Isak the score Allianz side the first start. So we'd expect maybe Newcastle will have a strong games inside the second half. Because Arsenal, of course, we see the performance so far. They're certainly playing very good football for the past 3 seasons with Arteta, even though they're not getting the opportunity for the trophy. But the other fixtures then for today, Liverpool will play Brighton, another top match at 3 p.m. Ipswich Town versus Leicester City at 3 p.m. as well. Another game at 3 p.m. at Bournemouth, then they play Man City inside Bournemouth. Also at 3 p.m. Southampton play Everton. So this another battle.
Liverpool, Brighton, I repeat of waiting play like this one.
Exactly.
So probably I make as if Brighton they be less some players.
Exactly. So Southampton and Everton and the Tottenham and the relegation. Nottingham Forest, West Ham. They said they play at 3 and 5:30 with the Wolves versus Crystal Palace. So the games are Monday today. Well, let's tomorrow, Tottenham versus Aston Villa, Man United versus Chelsea. Tottenham and Aston Villa at 2 p.m. Man United and Chelsea then they play 4:30 tomorrow. And on Monday night we go Fulham versus Brentford we play at 8 p.m. Manchester versus Chelsea inside Old Trafford. Which you expect? Because of course with Manchester will be in charge again.
I'd expect to see better Manchester United, considering how United be the play when they play against big opposition. You always they see like say the team be they done, but with the changes of coach, of personality, where they coach, see now that team spirit can be well then to me it look like they get something where they can for proof. So I did hope for see Manchester United victory tomorrow. That I can't tell. I don't want to give that prediction. So
well, you see Chelsea in performance as well. They are doing very well, even though at times they say that consistency is and that much. But Jackson, even though they criticize them, they put on some good performance.
Ishmael, I think we will see a different United. Another thing we have information. ETH signed Ugati. but he signed him. They use Alexei not trust him.
Yes.
When we see Casemiro and Ugarte playing midfield, we see very different midfield. So I want to believe, see, if injury not the right players are selected, we'll go for continue for the same different Manchester United. And waiting Ugarte gets, you know, now like he's a very good tackler, you know. In ball retention is very good. We United we be all lost that one day. You know, we've been Fred be the manage, maybe they do well in that area. But when we Fred go, I mean we not get that one day. So I think we will see a different United going forward if the coach then do the right thing, make the right selection. If you surprise me for see we coaches say Ugarte just come in need for rest, but they go play for Uruguay 90 minutes. So who's kind of excuse that where the coach will be giving?
You don't buy the player,
50 million.
Exactly.
Well, I think so. For we get the team, we get the player, then 1-1 for see how best Manchester can get that result today. Tomorrow, all eyes there for the on Woodburn and Steroid.
Again,
a legend, we don't play and score, and you know this kind of match here, Chelsea and Manchester, you know the nature of that kind of match can be. So I believe say go tell the boys in advice them, you know, the kind of advice we go be boys then and Manchester United as well Old Trafford. So they get to be a fine game, they get to be a decisive one, and we optimistic say we go get to win against Chelsea because look Chelsea, Newcastle beats them and we they come to the arena with their spirits, which is one bad one. But see how best we will take on them. They need to let them prepare for it tomorrow.
what are they going to Premier League this season?
This season I see Manchester City, but why I go see how they see Manchester City again? Because looking at Arsenal, Liverpool, I go say when the 15 games don't go, but no, they're not consistent like the Arsenal. The second come here for not say Arsenal, but Arsenal we go to left 2-3 games for the give Manchester City the cup easily. But with him, the performance we want to see with this new coach before they ever begin to take we're not in the top 5 or the top 10 before we take up
Manchester they 14.
Yeah, but
I mean, this is so embarrassing. Make Ten Hag get the axe as well.
Yeah, looking at Man City, they play composure, the play that they score, for let them get that defeat, it's very difficult. So,
Mr. Campbell, you will win the Premier League.
That's a very difficult question. Man City very much consistent, but personally I don't want them to win the league.
And you want Liverpool as well for winning the league.
I'm
Who do you want down for you?
I prefer Aston Villa winner, but